Welcome students. This lecture is about microinjection. What is microinjection? This is simply a direct method of gene transfer where DNAs are injected into the cell directly. It was proposed by Marshall A. Barber. So, we see what is the difference between injection and microinjection. In the injection, we use a steel injection. In microinjection, we use a glass micropipette as injection. In injection, multicellular organisms are given injection in their body. And in microinjection, injections are given to the cell. To be more precise, a single cell is injected. In injection, we give medicines or drugs, and in microinjection, we deliver DNA or drug genetic material or RNA into a single cell. So this is the whole process of microinjection. There is a holding pipette, there is a microneedle, and you can see the holding pipette is holding a single cell with its cytoplasm and nucleus, and microinjection, the DNA from here, it will pass on to this one. Now we see the equipments of microinjection. The first and foremost is injection table. It needs to be a very heavy table. Why we are talking about a table in such a complex procedure? Because table is very important, because we are dealing with molecular level. We are dealing at a molecular level with cells. So there need not to be any kind of vibration. इतने छोटे सेल्स होते हैं, उसमें डालना है तो भी बहुत ज़्यादा कॉम्प्लिकेटेड हो जाएगा. इसीलिए जो टेबल है वो हेवी रहे, विदाउट एनी वाइब्रेशन रहे तो सबसे अच्छा. नेक्स्ट इज़ योर इन्वर्टेड DIC microscope. What is it? It is a inverted microscope. It was discovered by J. Lawrence Smith in the year 1850, and the light source and the condenser, let it be the stage, and the light source and the condenser are above the stage. Generally these both are below the stage, but in this case it is above the and objectives are below the stage. That's why it is called a inverted microscope. We need this microscope especially for the microinjection process. Then there are two manipulators out of one is holding the pipette and other is holding the microcapillary needle. We can assume them as hands, both hands. So one is handling the pipette and other is handling the microcapillary needle, and the cell is in between them, and the whole view is under a microscope, and through a microscope they see the needle, they pipette the cell, and they inject the DNA into the cell. Next is pressurized injection system. Pressurized injection system works on hydraulic pressure, and it delivers the DNA. The pressure is regulated by a nitrogen gas tank attached to it. Next is your needle puller. It is very important to make fine needle. The microcapillary, glass microcapillary pipette and the needles to do the work. And next is your standard dissecting microscope. It helps whenever we are seeing under, we can see the cells under the dissecting microscope. We can isolate and choose the cells, and then we can transfer it to the inverted microscope. These are the materials: microinjection needles, injection pad, cells to be transfected, needle loading, pipettes. So first of all, we will see how glass injection are prepared. So here what we know, that whenever glass is heated, it becomes liquefied, and at the same time if we stretch it, then it will give a very fine tip, and this process is used in making the needles, and the needles are of about 0.5 diameter, which resembles the injection needles. They are very fine, minute, and hence they are created. Now the method of microinjection. First of all, a needle loading pipette is filled. The needle is not directly loaded. First of all, a needle loading pipette is filled, and this pipette transfer the DNA to the needle. It is of about 1 mu microliter DNA injection mix, and it is then transferred to the needle. The injection mix is expelled onto the needle's internal filament, and then slowly through a microscope, under a microscope, it is visualized whether the solution is in the tip of the needle or not. When it reaches the tip of the needle, it is said that the injection has been prepared. Now we can store it, or we can use it directly. The loaded needle is then placed into a needle holder and mount on the manipulator. Next process is the delivering of foreign DNA into the cell, and this is done through a very powerful inverted microscope. In inverted microscope, all, as I have told earlier, that all the components are seen: the microneedle, the pipette, holding pipette and cell. सो ये सारे एक ही व्यू में आ जाते हैं. आप देख सकते हैं कि इंजेक्शन कहाँ पर है, आपका सेल कहाँ पर है, किस तरह से वो उसको इंजेक्ट कर रहा है. ये जैसे ही सब देखा जाता है तो यहाँ पे इंजेक्शन की तैयारी हो जाती है. यहाँ देखिए, ये जो होल्डिंग पिपेट है वो क्या कर रहा है. होल्डिंग पिपेट इस तरह का सक्शन जैसा रहता है और सेल्स रहते हैं. ये जैसे ही सक्शन क्रिएट करता है, ये सेल आकर यहाँ पर अटैच हो जाता है. इससे आसानी होती है कि अब ये इधर उधर कहीं भी नहीं जाएगा. इट वोंट मूव एनीवेयर एंड इट विल बी ईजी टू इंजेक्ट. नाउ you can see that this holding pipette is holding the cell through suction mechanism, and this needle has been filled with capillary mechanism, and now the needle is piercing the cell membrane of the cell. और ये जो cell membrane है, ये न्यूक्लियर मेम्ब्रेन है, और ये इस तरह से इसको पियर्स करेगा, और जितना भी डीएनए कंटेंट यहाँ पे रहेगा वो सारा ट्रांसफ़र कर दिया जाएगा. So the method continues as I have earlier. It is delivered to the cytoplasm, or it may be delivered to the nucleus of the cell. So what are the principle behind it? Hydrostatic pressure, as I have already told, that it is the hydrostatic pressure that is used in micropipette. The next, injections are typically carried out, all the direct visual under control of a microscope, and manipulators handle all these activities, all this movement of the micropipette as well as the pipette holder or needles, everything very accurately, precisely. So these are the two types of microinjection: constant flow, it is an outdated one, and pulsed flow. So microinjection is used to target it has two types of target. It may deliver the DNA only into the cytoplasm, or it may go to the nucleus. So when it goes to the nucleus, it is known as pronuclear microinjection, and when it is only in the cytoplasm, it is known as cellular microinjection. Now application in transgenic animals, in vitro fertilization of cow as well as human beings. Now what is in vitro fertilization? It was pioneered in human by Dr. Professor Robert Winston, and it was utilized by Patrick Stepter and Robert Edwards in the production of first test tube baby called Louis Brown in July 1978. Dr. Subhash Mukherjee was the first physician in India, and Kanupriya Agarwal was born on 3rd October 1978. What are the disadvantages? The first and foremost, difficulty level. I remember one joke that Supanti created tablets, and he said that these are the tablets. His friends asked, what is this for? You just catch a cockroach, press it, open its mouth, and you put the tablet inside. And that is the whole innovation. So yes, in micro injection also you have such kind of activity. So it needs very 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 specialized and experienced person to conduct it. बिकॉज एक छोटे से सेल को लेना, उसके बाद एक एक सेल पर काम करना और उसको इंजेक्ट करना, इट इज़ अ वेरी लेबोरियस, वेरी डिफ़िकल्ट. ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ technical aspect, it is very simple. You just take a cell and inject it. It is very easy to say, but the practical aspect of the same is very difficult, laborious, and of course the efficiency is low because one cell at a time. In electroporation you can use several 100,000 cells at a time, but here only one cell at a time. It is very less efficient and less effective also, because whenever you do cytoplasmic injection, the DNA are degraded by the cytoplasmic enzymes, and if you want to do the pronuclear injection, then you need to be it is a very tedious and laborious job. So this is all about micro injection, the direct method of gene transfer. Thank you so much.